Hey y'all, Juliana here. As a plant lover, it's really easy to get caught up in the beauty of the flower phase of our wildflowers' lives. But some of the most exciting phases come later. We're talking seed dispersal. For plants, pollination isn't the most important thing to happen because once you are pollinated, you need to make sure that you can spread your genes as far and wide as possible. And many of our native plants go completely ballistic for this process. Several of our native species are currently going through the process of dehiscence right now. These are our Scutellarias, or skullcaps, our oxalises, or our wood sorrels, and our violas, or our violets. All three of these, though they participate in dehiscence, do it just a little bit differently. For our Scutellarias, they dehisce using seed pods that are shaped like bowls sitting on top of a spade. Once the seed pod has dried, the Scutellaria needs a triggering event, whether that is from the help of rain that's falling and hits the seed pod or an organism that's passing by and brushes up against it. Either way, once triggered, the top of the seed pod is separated and dislodged from the rest of the seed pod, and the energy that's created through that process causes the seeds to ricochet out of the seed pod and spread. When it comes to our oxalises, their seed pods are shaped like little spears or candles, and inside there are columns of seeds stacked one on top of the other. As the seed pod dries out, so does a coating that's around the seed called an aril. Now, as the aril dries, it tightens, and it has a seam at which it tends to crack once it's completely dried. When this happens, the aril will explode open and propel the seed out of the seed pod. Now, the force at which the aril explodes open often triggers neighboring seeds to also go through the same process. And so you end up with a domino effect of seed explosions. Basically, it's a little seed bomb. And when it comes to our violas, they are relying on canoe-shaped seed pods to help expel their seeds out into the world. Once a violet seed opens, you will have exposed seeds sitting in rows inside three little canoes. As the seed pod dries, the keel of the canoe begins to tighten in on itself, and it builds pressure underneath the seed until it becomes so great that the seed is literally ejected from its seat in the canoe. Violets have been known to eject their seeds as far as 9 feet from the mother plant. So when it comes to our Scutellarias, our oxalises, and our violas, it may seem like they're popping up out of nowhere in our gardens, and it's because they are literally throwing their seeds around.